Hi everyone, I'm Jeff Johnson and I teach video production courses. This is the MIT 805 Assignment 4 Reflection on the Assignment 2 Small Research Paper. Our overall topic was the learning strategies, and I wanted to look at creative learning strategies to help motivate my students to be more creative. And the reason why I chose this is because in my educational research class, I wanted to see why is it that students come to my class and they don't want to do creative stuff. Well, what's the problem? What's holding them back? What's the reluctance? Now, there's not much I can do about what happens before my class, but what about when they actually come to my class? What more can I do or continue to do that'll help them to be really reaching into that creativity, because that's what businesses want in the real world, and that's what's going to be necessary for the future. So I had to narrow the focus on what I can actually do, and for this it was reluctance and motivation. And so when motivating students to be creative, I learned several different things. For one, some of the stuff I actually already do. For one, is continuing to highlight the freedoms and guidelines of a creative arts course. They found that one of the major motivators is that if students have freedom to be able to have choices, to be able to do certain things, they were more than likely to want to try something new or to take a risk. And so, but although sometimes it can be a double-edged sword, giving them that freedom, it's something that I've learned to develop more by having them sign guidelines and, you name it. But I still got to continue to highlight those freedoms because it is very beneficial. Highlight and allow the 20 most frequent intrinsic motivators to occur in the course. Now, this was a long list, and it had so many good things in it, and I wish I could go over some of the specifics, but I only have 5 minutes. So, but for the most part, for me, it's just to kind of look through that list every so often and just say, okay, am I doing that for this project? Am I doing this at the beginning? Am I doing the sort of things that are going to get them excited about what it is that we're doing? And as long as I keep doing that and, try some of the newer ones, then I think I'll be okay. To acknowledge and teach creativity as a skill to the students. I always understood that, creativity is a skill. Most people think that you're just born with it. No, that's not the case. It's something that can actually be learned. And as long as I can find and develop more of those skills and actually apply them as part of the learning, it's something that's going to help them out as well. Allowing more time for specific instances. This has always been kind of troublesome because it is project-based and we do have time limits. Which is, unfortunate. I wish, I can give them more time, but we just don't have the time. So, but there are certain things that I can do, maybe allow an early turn-in so they can turn it in and I can grade it and then they can make changes, or I allow them to be able to make changes, say at lunch or whatever, as long as they had turn in, on the normal due date. Maybe I should rethink how grades are done because found with research is that, if students are pressured when it comes to grades, they may, try to take the easy route. And that's actually not a good thing because the idea is that they're kind of being graded on creativity. So if you're, trying to take the bare minimum, a bare minimum isn't an A here. It's I want you to try new things. And so I really do have to think about how that's done. Maybe provide extra credit option if they did something creative. Even if they didn't do it great, at least I'll give them extra credit because, hey, at least you tried, you took a risk. And that's great, especially for, I don't often get, really good students because they're too afraid of lowering their GPA because they realize there's a lot of risk involved. But risk is what makes things creative. So. Also, allowing them to publish their work. I've already been in talks about how we can work with this to maybe publish their work to some sort of YouTube channel because I know they're excited about showing their stuff. And if they're excited about showing their stuff, that might be a motivator for them to actually try harder and do things really well, because if people are going to be seeing it and they want to show off, they'll probably do better. Some of the takeaways, I found that I already do a lot of the things I research. Although I could do more to highlight or emphasize some of those motivators, that long list of 20 motivators. As far as collaborating go, purely online, it's not easy. There's a lot of timing issues. If I'm waiting for something else to have happen, there's only time when I can access it at a certain time, so I'll be lost. Getting caught up, there might be a long list of everything that everyone's been posting. It's like, okay, where are we at in the conversation? And it's much easier to be done in an actual environment. And also accessing the information. Sometimes it can be really difficult. Well, that's about it. So take care, everybody. We'll see you later.